After nearly 20 years of sports radio in Utah,
thank you.
Hans Olsen is stepping away from the mic.
This message is for Hans Olsen. Hans, just want to tell you, man, I'm so proud of you and just want to say thank you, congratulations on everything. But really more, thank you for all that you've done. For all the listeners in the state of Utah, with your expertise and knowing the game of football and other sports, and then, also throwing your advice on a lot of other things that probably had nothing to do with football, but like food, things in society. Even when your opinion didn't really matter, I hope you know that I always loved it. And I know a lot of people did too. But you've done an amazing job at just loving people and caring for them, even through your job as in speaking about sports. And so seeing you move on to other things, it's sad because the listeners won't be able to hear from you daily. But at least I get to be around you and have you for our games, doing our games every week. Selfishly, I'm glad I get that. But I know a lot of people, just like me, want to express their gratitude, appreciation, and love for everything that you've done the last 20 years, and that's making everybody's life better with your words and your advice and your opinions on everything. So love you, brother. Appreciate everything, and looking forward to seeing the next venture for you.
The one, the only, Hans Olsen. This is 97.5, the KSL Sports Zone.
Big thanks to Kalani Sitake. We didn't even ask. He just sent that in. No, he was more than happy to.
Okay, but what I'm unhappy with is he went off script. What I wrote out was quite a bit more.
What you paid those $40 for is not what. He didn't say that line about how you were the better football player.
Yeah, there were so many things in there that I should be the head coach of BYU, that I was Lavelle's favorite. Like I wrote out. He only ran on half the script.
I know. That was a good 5-6 minute script that you put together.
No, that's awesome. Thanks for doing that, guys. I had no idea. And I just shot him a message and said, my opinions do matter. They do matter.
It matters to me.
How dare you attack me in front of my listeners? No, that's awesome to hear from Kalani. And, he's been such a huge piece of what I've been able to do on this station. And I'll say that for all the coaches. And I'd be lying if I told you that Kyle Whittingham leaving, Jay Hill leaving, Lewis Powell leaving didn't have a huge, huge impact on me and my decision. Because those are my guys, and they helped me with a lot of things over the year, as you know, Scotty.
Yeah.
So really appreciate Kalani and all the coaches that have been so patient with me over the years, because I've had to make some really lame opinions based off what I'm seeing. And I'm sure a lot of times it wasn't real fun for them to hear it.
Yeah. But they, I think you were fair, we were fair. I think they were fair in their talk back about, you got that right, maybe not the right on that, and talk you through it. But always and then the next day we were like, okay, well, you know what? Maybe it was this instead of that.
Hey, I will make this guarantee. If our next guest, ever comes back in a head coaching capacity, open up the mic and let's roll.
Oh, no doubt. Here is Eric Weddle, kind enough to join us. Eric, how are you?
Hey, Eric.
Man, what an honor to get on with the legend on his last hurrah. He's on to maybe bigger and better things. I don't know. It could be all in how you look at it. But Hans, I just want to say, man, I love you. Appreciate you. You're a guy that I look up to in many ways, as a father, as a man, as a leader, and you've always been so great to me and my family. And it won't be the same. It definitely won't be the same without your crazy questions, your thoughts, your ideas, your points of excellence. But I'm excited for the next step for you.
You're too good to me, Eric, and it's been a lot of fun over the years, man. It's been so much fun. And I got to tell you, Eric over the years has not changed. He is the same Eric Weddle that left the Utah field in, was it 2008 was the final year? 2006 was the final year. And never changed, even when his stardom hit like max capacity. Never changed. At first, I thought you were talking about Scotty starting in a new and better direction because he gets his new show and his own calls. So I think he's starting in the better direction, Eric.
No, I mean, change is good. I always say change is good if you're willing and you are ready for it. And that goes every year. There's change in the NFL, in life, in family dynamic, kids, and you roll with it. But you never forget the great times, those moments. I'm sure both you two will reminisce, and you have a special bond. It's just like a teammate or a locker room. There are things that you guys have experienced together that will only be unique to you two. So it's good times. Good times, man.
It's great times. How excited are you to watch Cooper Kupp in the Super Bowl?
Oh my gosh! Well, at the behooval of my Rams, and that tough game to watch. But I still keep in touch with Cooper, and talk about just like good people and genuine people in this world that you root for. And Cooper was a guy, like when I got to the Rams, he was a guy that just like wanted every piece of information about defense and leverage and technique and angles and what am I looking at, and if I stem this way, what goes in your mind when you're covering him, and just one of the best teammates I've ever had. And so for him to have the impact over there, I was when he signed in Seattle, right when he was going to sign, that process, I reached out to Mike and just told him, like, this guy's going to change your locker room. He'll be a guy, he'll be an extension of your vision and your leadership. And so couldn't be happier for him, for Mike, all those guys. And that is a connected team. And we talked about this last year with how BYU played, how they represented each other as a team. And that's why you win, man. The best teams, the most connected teams that play for each other. And I would say, I think the Rams are pretty connected, but you look at the Patriots and the Seahawks, that's what they say every day. It's about the team. Let's go earn it. Be about your teammates, and look where they're at.
When you saw that game in Denver with the Patriots in Denver, were you like, oh, man, I wish I could play in that? Or are you like, I'm so glad I'm not playing in that?
Oh, my gosh. Definitely do not want to play in anything like that ever again. Never. I think they should outlaw games that are under, 25 degrees. I know it makes me look soft, and that's okay. It's just if you've never played in 0-degree game in football, let alone the professional, it's the worst experience of your life. So, and on top of that, if I was playing, I probably would have ran out on the field on that fourth down call by Peyton and forced them to kick a field goal, because that was the reason they lost that game.
Hey, you and me both, man.
Hey,
seriously.
Eric, I want to get a couple of thoughts from you on this, because I actually never made it past the first round. I obviously cut my third year, and Peyton Manning threw, 4 picks in my second year, and it was a first-round exit. And, there were just a bunch of different things. But when you compare the conference championship game to the lights of the Super Bowl, how different is it?
Man, I felt the emotion, the energy, the intensity was much higher in the championship game than it was in the Super Bowl. You could say it was because it was at home. You have both fans, right? Like the Niners fans were just as much as the Rams. So every play, you get in the Super Bowl and it's just a bunch of people, right? It's a bunch of just corporations, and I don't even think they're fans, for the most part. They just go for the halftime show and for the optics of being at the Super Bowl. So it didn't fulfill me personally as the championship game did. So it's kind of hard to explain. And then on top of that, like rupturing your pec in the game and then trying to have fun after you win the Super Bowl, but you're in excruciating pain, like maybe that had something to do with it too.
Is it hard to get focused? I mean, you guys obviously played well. You won the game, but is it hard with all the distractions to stay focused during the 2 weeks leading up to the Super Bowl?
No, honestly, I think the hard, I wouldn't say it's hard. Like, once the ball is hiked, it's just like any other game, if I'm being honest. It's the 3 minutes after every change of possession, you're standing on the sideline, talking about nothing because there's nothing to talk about from your coaches. And then the 49-minute halftime show that, as players, we don't care, or The Rock getting up there and yelling for 5 minutes when our kickoff team's standing there for 4 minutes ready to kick the ball off. Like, it's just everything other than the actual game, how you handle that, how you schedule the halftime and you re-warm up and food, and it's just all those little things. How you handle that, I think, has a direct influence on how you play and how you win that game, because it is a different game. It's not on the field is fine. It's just all the other things that you have to handle, the security, like the NFL doesn't, the home stadiums don't do the security. So you have the same security at your home game. Well, at SoFi, the NFL took it over. So we're having to go through like 7 different securities and dogs, and you can't have your family. And then it's just like, oh my gosh, can we just play the game?
Oh, I could feel that, man. Just the obnoxious distractions that are pulling at your team. And Scotty and I were talking about this game the other day, and I said, I think the more veteran team, who would be Sam Darnold and Cooper Kupp, I think the more veteran team absolutely in this setting, especially when it's an hour flight, Eric, and I don't know if you got some perspective on just the flight and travel and maybe what that plays into it, because just a little puddle jump for Seattle. But I felt like the proximity, I felt like the veterans, and just some of the, I guess, the presence of the Seahawks. I feel like it's not going to be a game, but just talk about the leadership importance and even some of maybe the travel. How does that affect or impact the team? Because I'm not seeing a way that New England competes in this game.
Yeah, I'm with you. The only counter to that is Rabes, and being in the Super Bowls, as many as he played in, the success he had in them. He's going to have his guys prepared. He's going to have them focus on what they need. But the players, I mean, having Kupp in there, and even Ernest Jones, who played in that Super Bowl, was a big player for us. Obviously, starting linebacker. I gotta lean. I just think, honestly, you look at them, I just think Seattle's a better team. They're more explosive. They got a better running game. I feel the quarterback play right now favors Darnold, the way he played and the way he torched the Rams. Like, man, big kudos to him and the way his career has gone. Like, how do you not root for a guy like that? Like, just works, gets his opportunity and makes the most of it. If you're the Vikings, how stupid do you feel about that? And then like, opportunities. I think it'll be competitive for the most part, but I think they win by a touchdown or more. I mean, I know you very rarely does that happen, but I just think this is Seattle's year.
Before we let you go, did you know pretty quick in Baltimore that Mike McDonald would be a great head coach?
I did. He was on as an assistant analyst type role my first year. Then by my third year, he was a linebackers coach. Or secondary coach, linebackers coach, and then 2 years after that, he was a coordinator, and then the rest is history. And then the same thing about Jesse Minter. Like, those guys are just very rarely in my course of my career. Jesse and Mike both sat with me in meetings, and they would just listen. They'd listen to my conversations with the secondary coach. They'd listen to my questions and conversations with the defense coordinator. Then they would ask, like, what was I thinking? How did I play this? And just really, like, spent the whole year just sitting next to me and listening and, like, learning, and you could just tell, like, they have that it factor. They're humble. They have humility. Like, it's about the team. It's about doing it together. It's not about me. Like, any coach that gets up there and you feel it's about him, like, he's never going to be successful. Like, and players can see through that right away. So, couldn't be more happy and excited for Mike. I mean, again, like, Mike, I shoot him a text right now, he'll text me right back. Like, it's all about relationships in this life, man, and pouring into those and really just being a genuine good person that looks out for each other, because it's a unique space that we're in, right? And a lot of people don't understand what we go through or what we went through, and that's like any occupation that goes through tough things. So you want to try to be there for each other, because I've had many teammates, unfortunately, aren't here anymore because they took their lives, and it's just we got to take care of each other. We got to check in. We got to make sure everything's good on and off the field, and having balance and having something to look forward to every day, because life's too precious, man.
It is. And, Eric, I hope you know that you're the embodiment of that. Like, you really are, man. You're always checking in, been so kind to me, so kind to Rock. You're raising a legend in the making. So you're killing it, buddy, and sure appreciate all the years of access and good funs and laughs and conversation. You've been an absolute blessing in my life, Eric. Thank you.
Yeah, I love you, bro.
Love you,
brother. Look forward to the new stories along the horizon.
Yep.
We'll always be connected, man.
Absolutely, brother. Thank you.
There he is, Eric Weddle, right here on 97.5, the KSL Sports Zone. Hans, when we started the show, Mike McDonald was a graduate assistant at the University of Georgia.
Grad assistant.
And then he, the next year, became an intern at the Baltimore Ravens.
Oh, my God.
And then was an assistant at the Ravens for the next 2 years, just defensive assistant. Then he became the defensive back coach in 2017. Then he became the linebacker coach, 18 to 20. Then he went to Michigan with John Harbaugh. Or Jim Harbaugh, to be the defensive coordinator, came back to Baltimore to be the defensive coordinator, and then a year ago, this is his second year as the head coach of the Seattle Seahawks.
And he's done a pretty darn good job.
I'd say so, yes.
Somehow resurrected Sam Darnold.
Last year, 10-7. This year, only 3 losses on the year.
He's built a tough-nosed defensive front. He's got a solid run game. He's put on a coaching spectacular this year.
Yeah.
Doing it with Sam Darnold, man. That's incredible. Nobody would ever thought. I still think it's crazy that Sam Darnold's the first USC quarterback to ever start in a Super Bowl.
That blows my mind.
That's bizarre to me.
Yeah.
I mean, you'd have thought in 60-some-odd years of Super Bowls, I don't know, what are we, 50? What Super Bowl is this?
This is 60 right here.
This is 60.
Yeah.
60 years of Super Bowls that you'd have one USC quarterback start, but no. Sam Darnold, and the way he did it.
Yeah. And not Matt Leinart, not these guys that had these crazy careers in college, but Sam Darnold.
Yep.
Because that makes sense. This is 97.5, the KSL Sports Zone.
After nearly 20 years of sports radio in Utah,
Thank you.
Hans Olsen is stepping away from the mic.
Where did you get those?
I bought them when we filled up.
We're supposed to talk about all expenditures, Lloyd. We're on a very tight budget.
Oh, this didn't come out of the travel fund.
Oh?
Yeah, I was able to raise it 25 extra bucks before we left.
Where did you get 25 bucks?
I sold some stuff to Billy and 4C.
The blind kid?
Yeah.
What did you sell him, Lloyd?
Stuff.
What kind of stuff?
Oh, no, a few baseball cards, a sack of marbles. Petey?
Petey? You sold my dead bird to a blind kid? Lloyd, Petey didn't even have a head.
Harry, I took care of it.
Pretty bird. Yes, can you say pretty bird? Pretty bird. Yeah, pretty bird. Polly, want a cracker?
The one, the only, Hans Olsen. This is 97.5, the KSL Sports Zone.
Hans and Scotty, 97.5, the KSL Sports Zone. Segment brought to you by University of Utah Health. Go to uofuhealth.org for more information. That's uofuhealth.org. All right, joining us now, he got a hold of me and Lloyd this morning and said, I need some airtime. I need to come on. The great Tim LaComb joins us right now.
Oh.
Timmy, how are you?
Guys, they couldn't let the day go without paying my respects. I know he's not dying, but, it's a new chapter, so we got to celebrate the chapter that I guess still currently is for a few more hours.
Well, I will say me and our listeners are dying a little inside. But
I got to tell you, because this is the honest truth. I'm like sitting here listening to legends like Tim LaComb, Eric Weddle, Kalani Sitakian, and I'm not even kidding you. I keep thinking they're talking about you because your career is about to get much better, Scotty, as you blow up. So it's like, yeah, fine, I'm leaving radio. Nobody cares about that. But, I mean, come on, Tim. Scotty is the real brick and mortar behind this show. So let's celebrate Scotty and his amazing next adventure.
Well, hell, we got plenty of time for that. I mean,
I know, right?
On the air for some time. Yeah. So let's get the focus back on you and a couple things. I'm sitting in a really unique spot. I'm working with the Jazz now, so I'm in the Southtown location, which is basically the old Forever 21 building, and just cube the whole thing out. The dressing rooms have become phone booths, and it's an awesome concept. So if you got a call or need to do a Zoom call, so I'm sitting in you probably tried some pants on in this big old room at one point.
Forever 21.
While I sit here, I consulted. Everybody said you need to. I don't get the reference, but you need to consult AI, Allen Iverson. So I called him, and I said, "Hey, I want to put some really cool thoughts together for Hans Olsen." And he said, "Who the hell is Hans Olsen?" And then I realized it was artificial intelligence. And so anyhow, with some of my brain power and some of AI's, I've got a little thing I want to read.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Oh, boy.
It's not fast. I mean, it's not long. So here it is. This is called For Hans, okay? Some people talk sports. Some people live it. And some people spend 11 years explaining to the rest of us without ever talking down. Hans didn't just give takes. He gave context, why it mattered, why it didn't, and when to laugh at all of it. And for most of that run, he had a trusted partner at his side, Scotty G, proof that great radio, like great teams, is about chemistry, timing, and knowing when to let the other guy cook. Speaking of cooking, Hans' love of food was never a side note. It's a personality trait. Meals were evaluated with the same seriousness as third down efficiency. And might I say, a great offensive blocking scheme. And somehow that made perfect sense. I did a Trump there, and it didn't work. I tried to add something that wasn't there. And then there was the toughness, real toughness, the kind earned through hand-to-hand combat, hard practices, a lot of blood, sweat, tears, and a life that taught you respect isn't given, it's established. For 11 years, he showed up prepared, opinionated, fair, confident, but never loud just to be loud. That voice became a part of the routine, drives to work, podcasts in the afternoons, and arguments with the radio that sometimes still felt like conversations. Still today, when he signs off, nothing really disappears. The bar stays high. His trusted partner looking for a new road. The standards stay set, and the city sounds a little different because of the way you did it. Thanks, Hans. You did it the right way. Loyal partner, strong opinions, and always prepared for dinner or a fight.
Damn. That's not AI. That's Timmy.
That's great stuff, man.
That's got to be from the heart there, Coach. Did AI really put that together?
Yeah. AI did not put that together.
Yeah.
Like I say, they say to consult AI. I called him. He didn't know a damn thing about it.
I was going to say, man, like Allen Iverson is busy
We're talking about Hans?
Allen Iverson's busy turning down kids with cancer in Australia.
Exactly. We're talking about Hans.
Tim, that was amazing. Thanks, Coach. That's
and I don't want to steal any more thunder. It's your day, but I couldn't let the day go without acknowledging the legend, and honest to God, a legend. So thank you for everything.
No doubt about that. No doubt about that.
The only legend here is Tim LaComb, and I'll tell you, I will never forget. I got tickets early West Coast Conference times, probably 12 years ago, maybe 11 years ago. Got tickets and went down to the BYU Gonzaga game. And if I remember right, Coach, it was a heartbreaking loss at the end. And you came off baseline.
7 or 8 or so. It was tough.
You came off baseline and gave me a big hug and gave me time. And I remember thinking, this dude right here is a real legend.
Well, and the great thing about Tim, and it's something that everybody needs to implement in their own life, Tim isn't about teams. Tim's about people. and about connections. And it was interesting. I had he came in and did a game with me up at Utah State on Stu Merle's night.
Yeah.
And there were a couple of people like, well, Tim's a BYU guy. I'm like, no, Tim's a basketball guy. Tim's a people guy. And when Stu found out about it, Stu was on cloud nine.
Was he?
Yeah, because Stu loves Tim. And it was great. It was a great night. And we might have to do that again here pretty soon. What do you think, Coach?
Hey, I'm in the minute the bat phone rings, the Aggie phone rings. I will be there, guys. But, hey, Hans, congrats. Scotty, Hans is right. You are part of this legend. And I hope you guys enjoy the rest of the show, and just wanted to make a quick, take a quick minute to acknowledge you, man.
Well, Coach, I'm going to have Lloyd send me the audio of this show, and that audio piece will be highlighted for life, brother. Couldn't have come from a better man, somebody I love more. So I appreciate your words and appreciate your contributions and appreciate the insight that you've given me through the years. Really do appreciate everything you've done.
Yep, and I do have insurance, so don't call me, but good luck with all that, too.
Oh, you could always use more. You remember me, Needlehead Ned?
If you'll fill out this,
sure as heck if I don't remember you.
I'll get you a steak dinner down the corral. All right.
Oh, that's so good.
I love you guys.
Love you, Coach.
See ya.
Back at you. You know what? How have we gone 2 weeks with this announcement, and we have not? Either Lloyd or I brought up Needle Nose Ned.
Sure as heck I remember you.
Oh, man.
Watch out for that first step. It's a doozy.
I felt like we've let you down there.
I've got insurance, Ned. You could always use more insurance, couldn't you?
Oh, man, love Tim.
Oh, yeah.
In fact, I'm going to tell you right now, Tim and I are going to be doing the Utah State game on February 10th.
Oh, very nice.
Utah State, Fresno State.
Breaking news by Scotty G.
Yeah, that's what people are fired up for.
Well, I know this, man. Nobody does better radio than Tim LaComb, so.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
Love that dude.
Yeah, good man. Absolutely good man, and love having him on the air. All right, Hans and Scotty, come on down. We got cake. Wow. Now we got more food down here. They're just loading
Chris
it
just
up.
keeps bringing in the treats. My goodness. Hey, come down here. Eat some cupcakes. Eat some cake.
We still have donuts, too. Well, I don't know. There's a lot of sales guys over there. Those donuts might be long gone. Yeah.
More importantly, come down, make Jake pay up on the $6,000 off the CX-5. I can't wait till the first person's like, yeah, but you said that it was $6,000. What, off the 25s, Jake?
The 5s, yeah.
You bet the
the 25, yeah. Yep.
Come hold him to it. I can't wait to see him squirm.
Hans and Scotty, 97.5, the KSL Sports Zone. A little whole world news coming up next.
Nearly 20 years of sports radio in Utah.
Thank you.
Hans Olsen is stepping away from the mic.
Hans, Ryan Smith here. What a run, man. God, decade plus. Look at you. Big shoes to fill for anyone coming in afterwards. Look, man, I've said this before. What I love about the way you went about your business is you gave everything. You used your God-given talents, which is that personality and that perspective. You didn't have to tear people down or the state down to get clicks. You actually helped build everything up, and you gave more than you took, and you left this place a better place than you started. So that's what life's about. That's what I think everyone will remember this space for. Your family, man. Anytime you want to come around or anything you want, we're all here for you. We owe you a lot. Thanks for making this place a better place and doing it the right way. Love you, brother.
The one, the only, Hans Olsen. This is 97.5, the KSL Sports Zone.
All right, welcome on back. Hans and Scotty, 97.5, the KSL Sports Zone. Big thanks to Ryan Smith.
Jeez, man.
Chiming in as well.
How'd you guys get these heavy hitters? How much did you pay them?
Oh, it's not important.
That's so nice. Whether you paid them or not.
By the way, just for the record, I had zero to do with it. It's all Lloyd.
Lloyd, thank you. And Ryan, thank you. And I definitely share that sentiment. Ryan has been just incredible in the growth of sport here.
Oh, yeah.
And he knows how passionate I am about the growth of sports here. And ultimately, he knows what Scotty and I want. and that is an NFL team.
Yes.
That is a Major League Baseball team.
Yep.
He knows that we want continued growth in sport in this state. And, Scotty, there has never been a man in Utah that has had more the ability to make it happen. There never has been. Larry Miller didn't have that ability. Ryan Smith has built an incredible network where he's able to purchase an NHL team, build a relationship with the NHL commissioner, and have Bettman here saying, in Salt Lake City, saying how grateful he is that Ryan and Ashley could take on a project in such a quick turnaround, and look at what Ryan's done with it.
Oh, yeah.
So
absolutely remarkable.
This is what you got to look at with Ryan Smith. He made a bunch of promises to have an opportunity with the NHL, and all he's done is answered the promises. And when he says, hey, I'm going to build out this arena to make it more community-oriented, I'm going to build out downtown to make it more community-oriented, everybody loves to think that there are deep ulterior motives. That, oh, man, he's only in this for himself. There's going to be good returns for Ryan. He knows it. And SCG's got great backers and great investors to make it bigger and better. And he knows he's got to answer to them. But this is what's great. He answers the call.
Yep.
And it all comes from a place of passion, deep love for the state. Anytime I've talked to Ryan, it always evolves back to how much he loves the state of Utah.
Well, and there's a lot of people out there that look at their role in the state and they say, we're going to do this despite of, what Utah, the limitations. He doesn't look at the limitations. He says, no, these are opportunities. This is a young state. This is a fast-growing state. This is a state that's got the technology backing. Corporate dollars are flooding into this state. This is a great state to live. And he has almost single-handedly led the charge in saying, hey, you know what? Pay attention to us because we got a powerhouse building here in Utah, and we don't want to hear about any of your nightlife nonsense or any of this other stuff because what we've got building here is an economic force, and to the point where the NHL's like, we need to be a part of that. I think Major League Baseball is looking at it and very quietly being, we need to be a part of it. Yeah.
And I think the NFL ultimately, if they ever do expand and move, I believe this to my very core. I believe that SCG and Ryan Smith would have the best and potentially most sure opportunity. Every market would enroll.
Yep.
But there would be a few that would have the actual shot to get it. And that's my hope, man. My hope is that in 8 to 10 years when the Olympics are rolling around, we're building a stadium somewhere and getting ready to house an NFL team. And guess what? That's a dream for you and I. That's a dream for you and I.
Yeah.
That's a goal for Ryan.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Well, I remember sitting in conversations on the air with Larry H. Miller and saying, is there any other way that we will have any other professional teams here? And he's like, no. Like, we are tapped out from a corporate sponsorship standpoint. The Jazz are here, and that's about the best that we're going to be able to do. And at that time, he was right. I mean, it's not like Larry but now, because of the way our government's run here, and shout out to a lot of good government leaders here that make it. I mean, how many business owners have we talked to?
A lot.
That have said, yeah, we're here in Utah, and it was really easy to set up our business. Now we're trying to go to Arizona or Nevada, and it's a nightmare dealing with those guys.
A lot.
Utah makes it conducive for businesses to be successful here.
Okay, and I do want to give it a shout out there, too, because there were so many different government officials just at that NHL Classic kickoff.
Yeah.
And when Ryan and Ashley make a move to try to make our community better with sports, the government's right there. And it really has to be in lockstep.
Yeah.
Because if Ryan gets a call from Bettman, and Bettman said, hey, we want to move the NHL, we want to move our highlight, our premier game there in 2027. Or 2020.
Yeah, January 27th.
Yeah, January 27th. We want to move our classic out there. If Ryan doesn't have the backing where he can say, oh, we'll pull this off. Oh, will we pull it off? Because, we got all kinds of code and we've got all kinds of stopgaps. And you know what? We need to start and really take a look at X, Y, and Z. And Ryan just knows, man. First of all, government officials know Ryan, he walks the line, does what he needs to do, and those guys work together. And that's why we see UFC events roll in.
Yeah.
That's why I really believe sky's the limit for sport and entertainment in Utah.
Well, he couldn't have pulled off what he pulled off by taking on that Arizona franchise and having it playing in Utah in, less than 6-7 months.
Oh, bro.
You can't do that unless you've got all your government officials being like, we're on board. What do you need? Let's go.
It's incredible. And when I'm sitting there a week ago in Delta Center, just before they started, I guess 2 weeks ago, a week and a half ago, and I'm looking at the lower bowl development, and I'm looking at the in-game ops, and I'm looking at the fans stacked. I mean, there was not an empty seat. And I'm watching the product. The product was incredible. Remember, that was the game where they came back from they were down 3-1 or 4-1, maybe 2 or 3 goal deficit. And I'm watching this and I'm thinking, this is not even 2 full years. Look at this product. So it's fun for me. And these messages have been just really gut-wrenching, actually. Gut-wrenching.
97.5, the KSL Sports Zone, the legend, Ron McBride, joins us next right here on The Zone.